Hello, my name is Amanda Fleming. I'm here today and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about being a probation officer and what that looks like. I've gained a lot of my knowledge about being a probation officer through my study through Liberty University Online and also through some formal research that I've done. As working as a probation officer, you get a great feel of seeing how the impact you have on other people's lives. And it's just a really great experience to be in, a career to be involved in. Therefore, if you are looking for a potential job to where you can have an impact in people's lives, but not just like in a worldly sense, but also biblically in a spiritual sense, and really honoring Christ in having a chance to disciple and having a real impact, this potentially may be a job that you could be looking into. During the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about just three simple things. One, being a probation officer and what that looks like. Two, just what an impact as a probation officer has. And three, just one example of a result that has happened as a probation officer. So first and foremost, what is a probation officer and like what kind of role do they have? And according to the Office of Probation and Parental Services, they say that probation officers' two biggest roles is investigation and supervision. Now, dealing with investigation, a lot of that has to do with interviews, meaning going to interviews, talking to either teachers or people at their job or work, and then also reviewing documents, trying to go over the case, and then supervision. Supervision has to be a lot of going and sitting and talking with that individual and going through that process with them. The focus, a lot of people think the focus is mainly on the offender, but it also has to do with the public. Basically, a probation officer has the right, as they go into court, and to state their opinion and say, hey, I think this person is ready to go back into society, or hey, maybe this person is not conducting themselves, or the offender is not conducting themselves properly, and they may go to prison. So really, the goal is for the community, for the safety of the community. It is not just for the offender in and of itself. And going into my third point, to where my second point, what the impact is of a probation officer. The probation officer has a huge impact. One of the quotes that I've taken from Benedictus is, by working with offenders to help them stop offending, probation officers are actually required to transform lives. Indeed, it would be hard for them not to. And when I think about that, I think about just, wow, they are required to transform lives. And I think about that more biblically in a sense of how God has called believers to have an impact on other people's lives. And I'm going to share Matthew 22, 37 through 39, where it says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. And when I think about that, it's just a call to action, a call to love one another. And as a probation officer, you are called to love the offender. You are called to love the community. The second one is in Titus, and it's Titus 2, 1 through 8. And I'm not going to really go through that and read it all. But basically, as you go through Titus, it's talking about how the older women and the older men are supposed to conduct themselves and how they're supposed to disciple and mentor the younger women. And this is a big part of probation, especially working with juvenile offenders, as they get a chance to impact the younger generation and really mentor them and allow them to go into programs that are going to help them. Thirdly, in 2 Timothy 2, 1 through 2, it says, you then, my child, be strengthened by the grace that is in Christ Jesus, and what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. I just think about this verse, and it's Paul just really pouring into Timothy and like saying, you now go on and you make an impact and learn and learn from all the things that I've taught you. And as a probation officer, you have learn and you get the chance to tell the offender, hey, learn about all these things that I shared with you. And now when they are either released from probation, now they have a chance to go and impact the lives of others and to listen to either the programs that you've set them in or what you've been able to sit and talk with them about. Lastly, I want to share with you just kind of the result of a probation officer. Through someone who has been in probation, his name is Alan Simpson. He had started playing with rifles at the age of 17, and he was just constantly, getting involved with illegal action and things like that. And he eventually got arrested at the age of 17, and also again at the age of 20. He was put on probation for both of those times, and through that, he has been able to transform his life, and now he is in the Army, and he also has a bachelor's degree, and now he is getting a chance to sit and impact the lives of others that have been through probation. So I've been able to sit and share with you guys a lot of the kingdom goals of what a probation officer has, and really the true impact that they have on their community and other offenders, and everything like that. Therefore, if you are considering a job to impact others and have a great impact and just really being a chance to honor the Lord, you may want to consider being a probation officer. Thank you so much for your time.